stage after Brian and Benedetto attacked on the last of the really big climbs. Got a gap that they thought might be enough, never enough against a man like Ino Schurter with a machine like Colombo as his partner. Baumanegger were third today. They did well to limit their losses on the back end of the stage after being aggressive on their King of the Mountains climb. Border and Stutzman, 2 minutes and 40 seconds down. Timotizia Aubert solid, and the workmen like Fabian Ravenstein and Simon Steve John had a puncture today. So much experience in that team, 18 ethics between them, and they are very much in the frame. Dorigoni and Yoli de Cosmo have kept themselves in the frame, 5 minutes and 2 seconds down for Tapado Kenda MSA 2. That's how the stage one results look in the top of those standings as the teams flow in towards the finish line here. And the Toyota Specialized team are dragging themselves towards the finish line here. Johan van Zyl and Travis Stedman, a solid day by despair. Well, there is Mirandal, and it is now time to introduce our colleague Benno. He's a man who knows this race well. Hans Becking, hello Hans.
Good afternoon, or good morning still.
Yeah.
It feels like afternoon. I've been already out on course all morning and it feels like the day has been fun, but
yeah, you Europeans aren't quite used to starting races as early as we do in South Africa, but the day by lunchtime is almost a full day. But what a day of racing we've had today. I don't know how much you've seen in terms of the actual racing, but the cross-country boys putting it out there. Great example.
yeah, it looks very Italian up from there.
Yes, it does.
I was at the moment where the race exploded this morning on the Rhino climb, and it's just amazing to see how hungry and how aggressive Scott was racing. He get the whole shot full out, and yeah, it was an intense day. And then after I was in the first pit stop, where I saw that the teams are still like close together and still chasing each other. So I'm seeing this finish line. I'm blown away by the action we had already on stage number 1.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the time that's been set at a very high bar. So Brian and Benedetto 11 seconds behind Colombo should be going into stage 2. So change in the yellow jersey. Lucas Baum and Gail Gago, you told me on that time, they were on that Rhino time, they were quite aggressive going up there.
Yeah, I think they started really fast. I think Gail got the first part of the stage, and then I saw Lucas a bit more behind on the top of the Rhino climb. But yeah, they just probably finishing down the hill, and I think good confidence boost for them coming in the podium, and they will show their strength later on.
Will indeed. What about your teammate?
Yeah, I just saw them coming in, like the second class.
Yeah. Picked just outside the top 10. We'll look at time to pull that back. This is the marathon stages of their track.
Exactly, and it's only their second day they're racing together, so they're reading each other bubbles and which I guess, and testing each other out. And yeah, like you said, 1 week to go, and let's see how they're doing, and also let's see how it goes.
Yeah, how are you doing? What people do?
I'm actually enjoying it. It's just been really cool to see from the other side, but it's been a difficult moment as well.
So great. Let's go to the finish next and see you to some of the races from the video.
Really quite an incredible day. The attempts at the front were on fire. You can't manage to keep Lucas Savoni. Got to contested last week. What do you bring up again? Yeah, we went here a little bit the time, and we knew that the final 15K were super tough. So yeah, after looking on, I just faced after the beat and they attacked us. But yeah, we took a super good high pace, and then once I saw Lucas struggling in the final 5K, that just opened the gap another time, and then it was good. Going up towards the last time, the top 5K, we felt very happy, lots of rocks, and we got nice and close, then you didn't even want to go straight past it. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to control it at the exam, and if you are in the front, you can pick your line, and you can avoid it, especially on that tire stuff. So yeah, I just pull off, and then I put it up after the into the university now. You've got an 11-second buffer on the movement and slowly going into tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. I feel to be just in yellow and yeah, feel like big, still long race. Racing all that. We said we were on the race and it's my guy to do like after implement that, but struggle a bit, there was good. And when the guys are coming, we'll end up after in the part with the winning the thing, they work with some momentum and yeah, back the way. We saw the racing today, it just got bigger and better and faster. You guys just seem to just elevate the level every single time when the tractors trying to start coming back. You must be happy with that result today, putting a lot of time into the rest of the general classification. Yeah, it was a really fantastic race today. There was a lot of wind, so nothing to manage the speed, but I think we did a good work today. It was without energy, but the speed. Well, that was his one. An amazing catch today. Yeah, I thought that I enjoyed it. The first was good. Struggled a little bit in the end, but yeah, how you say that I still yeah, they are just first class and we could make a little bit of gap on the guys behind, so we're happy with how it went. Stage 2 tomorrow, we go into the town shop. Have you guys made any big changes to the bike setup going into tomorrow? What is the full process? I think it will be quite similar, maybe just put a bigger chaining and yeah, try to stay a bit more iron. It should be quite flat, so yeah, that's it. You and Luke have known each other for a long time. Your combination is really good, your communication is good, your body language is strong. How was it out there today? Did you feel like you were connecting really well with him? Yeah, we spoke a bit during the race, also everything was good. Then yeah, we spoke a bit with and he also said that it felt good, so we tried. And that was it. Yes, Cannondale is very different from any other race in the world. And is it everything that you've heard of? Is it everything that you've expected it to be in these first 2 days in 2025? Yeah, it's a nice atmosphere, a nice pace. And yes, everyone said that the real race starts on Thursday when you start to be tired. So yeah, we're to the next race. You should never underestimate the terrain of the heat. There was some big fans coming up, so that was this morning. Yeah, I mean, that's good towards the first big climb. And I think at some point we also had a plan to kind of destroy the other bit coming from the front, but this worked out super well a few years ago. But I think this time the start of this two steps was too good. I think in the end, the chance was a bit of time, but we got a good day anyway, and the other was super strong. So we're looking forward to fighting again. Lucas stood on the GC 3 minutes 14 behind the lead at the moment. That last time up to the bars, the field just shifted into the bars. It looked technical, it looked tough. What was going through your head at that stage? You were just managing the everything? Yeah, like you said, we get into grab the all confidence, I think. I had pretty good legs. For some reason, for half an hour, I had some cramps. So it's the last time I felt really good again, like to hold the same pace as in the beginning. But then gear off actually will suffer a bit. So I think we have to synchronize a bit more and ride a bit cleverer. Yeah, I think, like you have said before, that the field is too stacked. We make a difference at the beginning in the first 2.5 hours. I think we just have to play the game like everyone else. Hide a bit and then make it count in the end. Tomorrow there's no place to hide, it's the race of truth, it's the time trial, efficiency, you've spoken about it a lot. Tomorrow could be your day. Yeah, I look forward to it. It's our aim. No one can profit from us, it's just our own power, and I think it's going to be a nice one. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, interesting inside thoughts from the riders at the conclusion of the men's elite race. I've not been through the riders out there, team making the way to the finish. now we are on board with our media e-bike, which is the Nixon, and it is on board with Vera Rossa and Alexis Skada, who are in second place, the Efficient Infinity SUV Trans team on the road at the moment. They are trading that there is a specialized pair of Annika Landwell and Sophia Gomez-Villapan by just under 5 minutes, but maybe more, maybe less. That was the last check at the Bloomingdale on the Rural Point at 73 kilometers. Up the top of that climb, it's nasty. This is Gomez-Villapan and Annika Landwell doing a great job for them. They really do this is exactly a really nasty climb. It's really steep and you already did the wrong climb. You're going down, you have to left steep climb and then a nice slope back to the peak zone and then you have to go on to this monster again. So this is the price we were talking about before, and this is about it's quite nice sitting and watching peak. Yeah, this is the moment I don't envy the guys trying to go on the bike at the moment. But it was a really phenomenal performance by this guy. They seem to make their moves in and around the water point. It's now the second water point before the line of time. They start to open the gap. Just open this slowly but surely and escape the touch of their rivals. We reckon it's close to 5 minutes. Over there, should be around 5 minutes. That's quite a bit to go. You saw the effort of the solo, but otherwise it will feature rather good to climb goes straight up that route. Yeah, it's nice to see what they managed to put on that little section. The effort is the same, right? The distance is not the same, but the distance is the same, but the effort to get up there to the top, it's just crazy, it's crazy. It's no way, no effort, you can see switch back. You need the traction to go up there, and you cannot pass. Luckily the wind doesn't seem to be bad. Here in this section, more the glass is fine. It is there, the wind. It is still there, it's there. It is there. We're up there. I was up there on the other side, but it's again around the translucent there, what will be. Oh, really? Yeah, that's good as well. And I think now, I think also now it's getting warm in the front. That's why I see there this morning on the back part, but now it's going to be warm. Last few images, you can see how steep that is. You have to do this from up above here. There's no justice at all. You just have a look at the position of Vietnam and Uganda is at along on the bike. And the Vietnam is very fine. It's a great position coming to this race. So Annika Landwell is playing with her, but the Vietnam is very fun and had a great year last year. In the Gold Series of the States, is the preeminent rider over there, and on the ground for 10 months ago was giving birth to her baby daughter, so phenomenal athlete. Some relief for our race leaders as they drop into the single track and into the down, a bit of shade out of the wind passed a little bit for the better specialized pair. So Vietnam is Vietnam and Annika Landwell. They have a very handy lead of around about it's a little bit more than 5 minutes. The last check was done at 73 kilometers. They're a little deeper into the race now. That was at the Bloomingdale South Park and Water Point, and they have a lead of 4 minutes and 56 seconds over there. It's going to be SUV Trans, Vera Rossa, Alexis Skada. Up Megamo's Rosa Control and Janina Woods are in the frame now. They're in third place with last check at that Water Point, 6:51 down, and just about half a minute ahead of the South African pair of is the Honeycomb vehicle and the Haley Free. First time out, we've got Megamo team Rosa Control and Janina Woods. Yeah, they're doing very well. I think they put a lot of pressure on themselves, especially yesterday, and all the crowd gets up to get quite overwhelming from Europe who see all this, and the plan was to go easy and just find the pace, find the rhythm, move into the race. And they did that yesterday, and today I'm happy to see that they're fighting away for the podium. Yeah, we watched this Alexis Skada and Vera Rossa. You touched on how this was applicated because to anything else, you were right. It's plenty, quite a shock in a way.
It's a big deal. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, especially as a newbie, in our team, the VIVO is one of the biggest races. We have been only talking about it in other races, a team presentation, we talked about it, and the girls are with us, but they never did it, and now finally they have the chance to do it, so they are on their toes.
There's one thing talking about it, but telling them about it, it's like this is what you got to experience. That can prepare you some of the way, but when you walk into it, sit down with the new concept on a couple of days before, suddenly the focus is on you, and then the thousands of people at the start, it's so it does get can be upsetting, but that easy way to ease into the program.
Yeah, we, I think the team, we didn't have any expectations for them, just want them to come along and just enjoy it and experience. And I guess every day I was meeting with them and try to prepare for everything, but I think this is a great way not to make a wrong mistake. We have to learn from it. I prepare them as good as I can with everything I know about the sport. Like the girls now, I think the second team, they are a big success to sound of blue cloud. It's one of the most beautiful thing of track. So I did it on training match with the girls, for example, yesterday the video of the downhill. So this I can do, but it's like many things you have to get back up and get the answer.
Absolutely, they have to go through the experience by themselves, and they'll be able to come back in the future if they do that, with that the layer of experience and knowledge that they've got. This is just to take that picture, and this is a brutally hard climb in the last 12 kilometers of the stage. So this is how tough stage one is. It's 96 kilometers, 2,700 meters of climbing, and Vero Walker, Lexus Starter here, digging so deep to drag himself to the top of this climb. It is brutally steep and rough and loose, dusty and dry, windy and hot. Everything that makes the African epic young Pan-African mountain bike race, and the race that defines them all. Because you get through this, and you get through climbing at the other end, because it is a massive achievement just to finish this race. Never mind be on the podium and win it, and the winner journeys of the life, the thousands behind there, toiling away there, not even close to halfway through the stage. It is such a challenge. Do you think that this is stuff? That's good. We're doing with Ben over in Hunt Staking alongside the Hunt. There's, I think it's 4 times stage winner. 5 times stage winner, big partner. Sorry about that. But not racing this year. But could afford to getting double the time you spend on this on the route.
Yeah, I think it's rough. I think especially the heat. We are finishing on it, getting out of there. And also we have our mechanics feeders ready for doing everything, and we just have to do our best time to go. So yeah, I have lots of respect for them as well. They just spend so much time out there, and yeah, it's brutal.
Having said all that, it is your choice to push the end of us and say, I'm going to take this on. That's the beauty of it. It does challenge you, and you know you're going to be able to experience great. Now, we're focusing on our race leaders in the Ironman Women's Elite race, and this is the trail of the crowd. That's right, sir.
I absolutely love this. There's some jumps in it, and if you see the perfectly, you have to pick up so much speed. I can tell you first, we're going to go right up. Left hand, and then again. So I can always ride it blindly, so that's perfect. The back is an amazing job there.
When did you last do the trail?
Yesterday morning before everybody picked up, when it was 7:30 in the morning, I left the hotel with dark and I did it twice.
Oh, fantastic. But, and have you done it before? Have you
We just preparing for this. Yeah, that's the plan when I was still racing with Mark. We were here in the beginning of February for 2.5 weeks training camp. And then we ran a permit test side, but I think we tried to do all the drills just to know the area. And then me about for this run, and we couldn't get another bit. I think the official training that we had to do, like our intervals and doing some other things to stimulate was completely off the day. It was just one sort of box run all day.
Yeah, looks a lovely crowd. Right, we are now focusing on the podium for the men's elite race today. And what a drama, what a spectacle they dished up, the very best in the business. And they brought this home in spectacular fashion. In third place, the speed company said, the European champion, Lucas Down and the Gales ahead, the 2022 champions. Left it all up there, as they always do. They done one thing, and that is to just go full out Lucas Down, but maybe they did go a bit too hard early on, but they'll probably do the same again tomorrow. In second place, they were the yellow jersey leaders by 30 seconds going to the stage through Cannondale. Amazing journey around the Africa, they think Willie Victoria. Luca Ryder on the left and Xiaomi Absa. And they gave best in a seriously entertaining race over the last 10 kilometres to Filippo Colombo and Nino Schurter, who dug so deep after being under real pressure and being attacked on the final steep climb up to the mark. They came back and took the stage and took the overall lead as well. What a dramatic stage racing here. The race win for Scotland MTB, Nino Schurter and Filippo Colombo. Huge drama, and we wouldn't expect anything less from man like Nino Schurter to fight back in that scenario. We'll see that now. Quick as a flash, in the yellow zebra striped jerseys once again. Familiar territory for Nino Schurter. He wore that jersey after the start last year against Sebastian Finney. They had it for a few days. Well, they know what to do now. He's got a strong partner, Filippo Colombo, and they've got an 11-second lead over Ryder and Alan Gessler. Nothing the stage of the
I think that's with Nino compared to yesterday when he told me his smile. Yes, yesterday he's a bit that happy, and today he's the yellow and he's a happy kid now, so that's good to see.
When he does me, yeah. And you sense that his attack at that time, he couldn't get it now, but I am going to come back here. Very, very deep. On the trails again, and Hunter's smiling again. Well, not as much as he would be if he were on the bike.
Yeah, I put my hand around that parameter. I'm trying to have some race event. Yeah, it's just so much fun, but they have to do it again after this. Yeah, I think this is the second team. They're going smooth up there. It's one of those downhills that you have to try to recover. Just like after the 2 hours and 15 minutes in the race. In the beginning, you have to feel the energy to pedal after the corner to pick up the speed. And this moment you just want to recover as much as you can, and now they go right up. They're attacking with a lot of the loose hands where it would be difficult to the wings to get up there, also for the man where I struggled there to get up yesterday, and then they go over the mountain and come back home, but that's where they are after the rough section.
Did you like the leading team, the other specialized, so Pierre Connors, Pierre and Annika Langford was making it steady, and that's the helicopter at the top of the street is where the leaders are right now. That's Langford and Gunnar Vietnam and Vera Walker and Alexis Carter. Well, they'll know that. You racers will know that. You know where the helicopter is. It's preferably above you. Then you know you're in the lead.
It's a good point that he already had a helicopter and still in the race, but in this stage with the different routes, it can be 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
Mentally hard to go right now. The asphalt is to the top or concrete. So it's very steep. I went up there with the car and using the car was together. And it's a big trail that we want to go fast.
What do you make of this step? You've seen a lot of it is typical of stage 1 with the application.
Yeah, it's the stage where if you want to play a game on this race and you want to fight for yellow, it will be as you see today. I think there's no hiding. There were some surprises in the beginning. I saw them. Yeah, that will change maybe a little bit, but I think we know more or less what to expect with team we have to like. And it's super cool to see Speed Company have a good day on the boarding with will do it by confidence and know that on the right track and they can really play a role, they like a bit more as well. And then, yeah, the country start, let's see how they do it. And hats off from because I really time struggling up the hill first and then I started getting dropped and fighting back. And as you're getting older, it's also from 86, like you to 38 years old like me. And you can go fast one pace, but with short explosive things in this stage you work a lot. But it's good to see that we do this for and super excited to see. I think it's going to be a really cool week of racing. This is the start of the venue.
Yeah, absolutely. Your dirt is pretty decent. The main course is going to be delectable. There's a little bit of an appetizer tomorrow. That's the time trial. So the interesting dynamic is good.
Well, especially for speed company, I think tomorrow is one day where you're only getting techniques, right? We're going to go absolutely fast from the get-go, from the start. So I think that's also something that looking forward to. They've shown how strong they can be. Not always the best in playing speed tactics, so having the right conversation at the right time, and then when it comes to the safety yet. But on the safe side tomorrow, they can really show what they got, but also other things from that year. It's probably the stage she's looking forward to tomorrow. Maybe not Peter because he definitely needs to stay on the wheel, but yeah, the time trial adds a whole new dynamic to the whole racing format. So what's your prediction? How do you like that format? If I would be racing, I would be nervous for this one because I think go to the course. I think it's going to be fun. There's a lot of goes out there in between here and Turkey. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good game plan, but then also you can go full out and then you still have this 5 good days for them. So I think you will see some things that are going to be up here. Take it a bit more easy and some things on the day after try to get the time and be safe for the track data. And for tomorrow the wind will be a place where you do good better, I think. It's going to be headwind, it's going to feel like a 2 hours flat. It's still going to be fast. Excited to see all this.
So, meanwhile, Sofia Gomez-Villafan and Annika Langdal are keeping a steady tempo as they make their lap. It's a very steep climb. I'm not sure if Sofia is looking at the view of Table Mountain up there, looking for her rivals on the bottom, but an opportunity to do that because you're climbing very, very high with that wind as well. Well, this is of course the pinnacle event of the epic series of events around the world, racing the world. I'm expecting I think that all of them last year with you, huh? And it's really 3 years to be one to Wales with it. Two, so you do so, yeah. One so long. Yes, all right, don't be right. Yeah, it's not now you can go to Luke. Yep, yeah. Yeah, a bit of fun there, I know. Yeah, he's suffering, he's still suffering. But yeah, the epic series is the events you want to ride, and of course we ride 3 of those events and you attain legend status, and we are the company of a legend here in the hunt. And better is sort of an honorary legend because you have to feed them all of them as well. So let's get out there and ride the epic series event because they take you to the most spectacular parts of the world. the pinnacle of the epic series here, the Aftercare Epic, and Alexis Scott and Vera Lotto reaching the pinnacle of this climb. Oh, slowly, surely. It is a long, great drag up the on-street road. Just a reminder of those epic series events, the Four Islands Epic, 15th to 19th of April, so you've got to get a track on if you want to ride that, but unfortunately it's sold out, so we can't get into this year. The next Andorra Epic Pyrenees is from the 3rd to the 6th of July in the high altitude of Andorra. The fastest epic, 13th to the 17th of August, and there are some epics still available there. And the FB1 to Wales series events, 3 of those, 31st of October to the 9th of November. And that's seriously good fun, a 3-day day race. So put your name in there, get in and ride the epic series event, and maybe come and join us here at the Absa Epic. Once you've done those, you become a legend. Well, there are some legends now getting to the top of the time, and the Amazon riding past them on the other side there. What a sight. What a sport as well. We've still got to get back up there again. Yeah, they wasn't there up the last magic point. I'm super surprised to see such guys working together so well. They are always in each other's way, they always close to each other. I think they communicate very well. You can see that clearly, that they're opening gaps or attempts to each other, so they are really good work for it. And let's just start on the right-hand side, the American champion there, Vera Lotto, Namibia, super strong marathon racer. There's a complete contrast. They're pushing up the one side and the leading women are heading breaking speed down the other, leads to descent. Which is a very different climb, smoother, and okay, just keep the tempo, keep it kicking out of that. Yes, one of those climbs that everybody, at the end of the day, is tired and not much really different in tempo, just get it down, try to get steady and get the speed it down, it's just straight down after there, not correctly, but you just want to get over there and you see the candy on the right side. It's a bit nasty because you can go that fast, if you go to the finish line. That's got to be going for they make it more people to like it to have a good time. I think the girls, they know they have a good technology, especially in front. It gives you goosebumps if you know that you can go in the street and drop that up. Yeah, it does. There's the Cannondale, you can just see it on the right-hand side of there, you know the finishing place. Also now you still got some work to do because your altitude will tell you that's for sure. But moving on the finish are our women's leaders. Meanwhile, making their way to the top of the climb are the second team on the Outback women's race, Vera Lotto and Alexis Scott. Doing all they can to limit their losses to the rampaging bedtime tail up ahead. The last we checked were over 5 minutes ahead. They've gone through the tower checkpoint a while ago, 4 hours and 4 minutes and 17 seconds. This tail will go through there shortly, but we feel that gap from 4:56 at Bloomingdale down the other side is probably wide. Yeah, I think for the first race, it's a nice better. I'm not sure if Megamobile are 1 minutes behind us, Cannondale, so maybe they can close in a bit for second race, and then for the first race, they're quite close together. The key, they're 4.5 hours on the ride here, these riders, and you're doing all you can to get to the finish, but the key concentration still has to stay high, particularly on those route past the test. Focus all the time. It's a difficult thing to manage, but yeah, I think anything can also get over in this flow and the racing at this level on the gas and so focused that I don't think the girls even know because they don't have it on the ground that they ride 4.5 hours at the moment. Just counting down the kilometers and then 5 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours. Again, the wind is still confident that you can see nice and easy. Now, it seems to be down in here.
But it's also not a downhill where you can relax. Now it was very just very tough downhill where you have to be so concentrated. It's smooth. And it was good to see Annika earlier. Like, it doesn't seem that she was slowing down at all. Sometimes we say you get more conservative when you are marked. It didn't seem like Annika was affected by that. The way she was defending that section there, he feels so strong in the afternoon, but also not technically skilled. And she hasn't been racing at that level for so many years, right? Basically, just happy doing the gravel race on the technical part is completely a different story. And she's just managing it perfectly again. Back on the bike, big smile as well. You could see yesterday after the photo, she was like, man, I miss this so much. I'm so happy to be here right now. There's a lot of sacrifices for the entire family, and often the preparation is not on point, but still, like seeing her smiling there, as Thomas and Laura being there, being able to celebrate what mom just achieved, I mean, a whole new level.
So they're reaching the top of this time electric car of your Lotte, and the gap 5.5 minutes when they went to the checkpoint at the town. So it's gone out a little bit by about 35 seconds since their last checkpoint was from Cannondale. So just easing out that lead there, the specialized, and securing those orange jerseys on their shoulders as they make their way towards the finish. So you'll see this, I think, is Jesse, you there? Well, we've been talking about that, the tint and that little trail there. It's pretty roughed up, quite a hefty descent.
Yes, it is rough. You go wrong as well for the street, but it's also big to cross around.
Concentration is key here. They're looking at Alexis and Vera doing well here to manage the distance to the leaders, going well. Okay, Jesse, I think you better concentrate here. We'll leave Jesse to do her job, shall we? Yeah, it really is rough to take a one ride there. You've got to say, and one deviant rock, and it can be pretty tricky. So yeah, and all these riders coming up yesterday, they've got to go down there as well. Yeah, it's tricky, like it's not, you can push your line very well, but if the rider is going to use the pick up one rock, if then you can't do that, you can be the best rider in the world, but then, yeah, you can do all you can.
Yeah, all crash is often, like on the speed stuff, new ground, like how to win, how to reduce the speed, so no, it's very tricky, very, and offense left and right, there's no way to go, so you're very limited in your options.
Our big respect for Annika. He's loving how she's riding here. There's a tailwind section and there's no need to push, but you see, she's just flat out. She smells the count to finish the victory. I was surprised how relaxed she was before the race. I saw her like, on the background now, and it's like, she's just like, okay, I'm coming here and I'm gonna do this race and enjoy with my family and make a small holiday. And on the other side, she's so professional and
Yeah.
it's yeah, that's off. And also, if you're getting older, I can tell that you're getting more. You take less risk in the downhill. You're a bit more careful. So, but she's just absolutely winning. That's off, 100%.
A phenomenal athlete is Annika. Yeah, she spoke at the press conference about how a bit more relaxed she is. How the life is about the things, the bigger things around it. It almost totally reinvents you as an athlete because you took up the competitive side of the sport, but it gives you a different perspective to it and a different approach to it. And for some people it doesn't benefit their racing, but clearly it's working beautifully for Annika. Relaxed, comfortable, we've got a great partner and one very well together.
This is the small triangle that I talked about. If you catch it on the left side, you can basically go straight in there and then you can do it.
They're not good, right? Yeah, to go down. So what else?
If I find the guy with the door for it.
Yeah, we go. We quickly discussed on this. You're not riding. Tough decision.
Yeah, it is. But it's the best. We have professional team and if somebody, I am lucky that we have some teammates that can fill us the place. It's not fair to the team or for half the time saying I'm on the right team. If I don't have the right, a short play, a long story short, I got sick in January and I lost all my training from the summer more or less. And I'm just like 6 or 8 weeks behind to do it, get everything. Probably I could do well 3 days, but then after 2 days I have to give it would be over. So I stepped back and it's fine now the boys are looking fine. It's like it's sensitive, but I think it's the best thing. And yeah, be professional and it's my job. And if you look at soccer, yeah, lots of good players on the bench, and I can take my leg for the rest of the season. I'm going to do it. I'll be strong to the floor. Don't need to do that. So what's your next big highlight on the calendar? The next episode, like sold out, but I got the laptop. So
What's that? Right?
yeah. I have to talk about some people, but I got it.
Just tell Luke he's not driving next one.
No, too many more times.
Okay, very easy. Yeah, so would that be you and Bob?
Yeah, that's a good idea. If I was going to do something,
Well, I can tell you what, this pair are charging for home. Fantastic side, isn't it? But we've got a little bit to do, this all good. They've got to go up a little bit of then because it is the Africa Vatican and Rico Burger, the route directed, I put it up there, you know, it was also put it name there. And we're directed. But you don't have to worry actually, because you don't have to ride it this year. But yeah, creative use of every piece of landscape here and slope that is built up or down is ensuring that these riders get to experience every inch of this road in the cruise. To the village, they'll put back into the Cannondale estate, and the vehicle with Gear Park is going along very, very well indeed at the moment with Annika Lampolo. She has so often does. It's just on the wheel there, secure, strong, comfortable and confident. So they're always working. You can see that they really work together as a team. They always rotate, they never talk to each other. They have good conversations going on. Interesting to see that you only have one lower body on your bike, so you must have left one in the last detail, and of course not carrying any extra weight afterwards if you know exactly what you need to take. You will drop one in the detail and only take whatever you need to finish the race. There is very coupled. Yeah, very tough. Just when you come to the helicopter, maybe the helicopter sometimes speak also in your way, or maybe just in the way over a little bit, yeah. But you can Annika do this. Yeah, we almost had Annika. Yeah. And in across the road to go off an electric car that is produced in the last 10.5 minutes and 31 seconds. Fast thing about the road about doing at the end of it into place 756 down, about 326 behind the utility to be Strand in the third place the first class, the test point at the top of the town. So they're growing into the race on the distance towards the next World and Janina. They used to marathon races, just an area. But I'm super happy to see that they moved up the second part of the race. They started to slow, I think they were 7th position at the end of the race. And I have the podium at 8 at the end of the race. But it looks like they're going to be on the podium. Thanks for the big company, for the company the one thing we all observe is we've seen in the air is this incredibly fast and energy about being here. The eyes are sparkling, they're smiling, they're just, we all love being there to get something, but like everything in life, the second time round, third time round, it's become working. Yeah, it's all that, it's more out there. So you see it with those fresh, young, new eyes, it's fantastic to see them do that. But and it'll have to use the week because every day that you step on that journey, it gives me a lot of energy, like your friends, like they're asking you questions, like they make you think of how hungry they are for the race at this time already. I'm super excited. It's cool to see that they are. I think they can go faster like yesterday and today.
But they take it smart as well because it's going to be a very long day and it's their first time. So yeah, they don't really have really well and it's not easy to find things with specialized. And yeah, with all the experience they have, the only experience my girls have is that they listen to me and the team management and the market people. So it's difficult for them, but they're managing very well. And that's the part that presents the question, how happy that they are here and working with them.
I'll say that. How much more you guys involved? Did you guys have like specific team camps all together preparing them for this event? Like you said, you share all your knowledge, but they also need to figure certain things out for themselves, right? So, I mean, this is a big highlight for your team. You guys are such a team always here with so many good athletes, highlights of the season as well. How far in advance did you guys start the preparation for this event?
Well, like I said before, we bring them here to Europe, and we cannot expect those guys to come here and fight for it. So we talked about it and we decided last year that they should come, and then we have Mark in our team that is doing the women, he's managing the women. And he could not be here with Mark for medicine, so we have a lot of contact and I'm inside and volunteer more or less to communicate every day. They have been training in Salto together, Rosa and Yamina, to find the dynamics to train them all together. And it's paying off, and it's a team effort, I think, for the whole team, for Mark, and also for our team to have the volunteer, not very easy. But yeah, they're doing well so far, and I think if they keep it together by the end of the week, we can even expect more.
Yeah. Compliments to your team. You have done very well. Still 6 more sections to go after this. Today, for instance.
Yeah, we have the voting today, we did your vote, and we are like, looking for the election to go here.
Just the three, and let's just fly. Let's just play. Right towards the finish, so a little way behind this curve because they are closing in on the finish. Annika Lundell, and you would think that there was a team right behind them. We tell them it's an e-bike and they're not in the race because there's every single meter. And there's an example of how you get to the level like you're 100 with races. You take every opportunity you can. And this is a true champion. Once again, Annika Lundell is demonstrating the incredible class and quality as a race winner, as a teammate. Just dropped down into that right-hander, and they will turn now between the trees and onto the lawn of Cannondale and roll it towards the finish on the top. Annika Lundell and Sophia Gomez is here of Toyota Specialized. They have rocked this day, the stage run in an emphatic style with a remarkable attack and around the second walkway up the big line, up the liner, and they made it stick and they just made it grow. And Annika Lundell and Sophia Gomez here, but Toyota Specialized will win stage 1, 2 out of 2 for Toyota Specialized. They are in charge once again at the Absa Cape Epic. Fantastic racing, all together, very, very composed, years of experience, and once again, another stage win, number 33 for Annika Lundell. She is quite remarkable. There are only 9 stages of all the stages she's won in the Absa Cape Epic that she hasn't won. And here's an example of a true champion taking that opportunity, using the steepest climb to get away, and they made it stick despite the efforts, the best efforts of their rivals. Vera Lawson and Alexis Carter will be following them into the finish if all goes well to the finish.
So Vera,
down to the
big day
finish.
today. You guys have put a substantial lead into the rest of the field. We saw a puncture early on. Tell us a bit about what happened there.
Yeah, it wasn't, I mean, it was a small little hole that we stopped, aired it up, and then it kind of sealed. So, yeah, that was a little bit like, a little bit scared. And then, I don't know if it made it to the live coverage, but I was served a really nice T-bone in the first, like, 5K of the race. like a good hit to the ground, and yeah, my brake lever was all messed up, so the downhills got a little scary, but luckily I don't think it was too bad.
Annika, let's talk quickly. We talk about time trial tomorrow, but today was a little bit of a time trial for you guys. Once you got through those initial stages of the racing, that last climb up to the mast looked absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it was a brutal climb. We managed to pace ourselves nicely, so that part was good. I mean, this race, we always say, like, you know, it throws everything at you when you don't expect it, and we had like crash, flat tire out there today, but you know, you need to like tick those off because nobody gets through this race like in a totally smooth way. So we definitely got our share of that today. And you know, there's a lot of positive to take away from this because we could still win the stage. So I'm actually very happy and very proud of my partner. She was a rock out there. It was not a nice crash. And just a really bad time when you do absolutely nothing.
We spoke to the pundits. A lot of them saying, you know, the race starts on Wednesday, but boy, did the race start today.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix always does this. They throw a really hard stage, the first official stage, to really make sure you have the legs for the week. Yeah, I think we had a good time. We had good communication, and that we can just like read each other. And yeah, we're definitely hurting on that last little bit. And there was that data exposed times, and they made us like bring back onto the field, and I'm like, gosh, you guys are evil.
Annika, you still excited about being there?
Yeah, I am. Like I said, my goal was being to write myself into it because, you know, being away from sport for 5 years, when you get this thing coming along, I need to adjust to this again. I mean, I'm excited to be here and I'm having a good time, so yeah, I'm excited for this week.
See you on the dance floor tomorrow morning, well done.
Yeah, brilliant. So the winners of the stage, the other specialized Annika was back and winning as we ever expect her to be. She is a true champion, and this is a month now. Honestly, on the forward duty at the moment, and I'm sure it was a little bit surprising in the country race, but here come our second place team. There was Alexis Scott, another rock solid day from the Namibian and the American to take the second place on the table. Good day after the seven. Yeah, they are well through from the beginning. I think a lot of them well by themselves. There wasn't much fun riding when we walked into that. It's lit up waterfall tubes for them to try to few of them still together, but from there it started to stretch out. Stuff like there was a couple of mechanics that we did not see in the street. So it's going to be good to get the feedback of the finish line and we should come around and see if there was anything else that we didn't see. It was really just pretty good. So you do need to make your way through the race village afterwards as well to catch up on all of these stories as well. Yeah. We did see them at the crash and that little puncture on the so after that match, they got the lead very comfortably but at that stage, they wanted to know that my step, you know, it's 5 minutes. I always feel that the gap between those 5 minutes to you at the race is still like 3 seconds. Moving into your Cannondale afterwards is Jim Walker and Alexis Scott. The Namibian and the Americans get connected, pulls over, finishes her day, thanks very much. And the racing for this pair, Walter and Scarlett, well, they've done a very solid job again. Yeah, they've put to bed this stage. They've done the best they can do, and that is second to the Tony Specialized pair. Mission Infinity SCB Scrum here alongside Alexis Scarlett will cross the line in second place on the first marathon stage, stage number 1 of the 21st Absa Cape Epic, and secure that place on the general classification as well. Good riding by two very, very strong and experienced racers. Working well together once again this year.
Good team spirit, just quickly getting up from each other, reflecting on what just happened, on the effort that went in. Yeah, it's good.
We'll watch the Megabike team come in, Rosamund Goen and Janina both onto the podium. This young pair in their first ride around the Absa game, they think they'll be getting excited, which is the podium.
They will, the roller coaster will start now.
Yeah.
And I'll be going to join this.
Already a little bit faster.
Yeah, but this is like one indicator.
Huge.
There will be game and also here on the phone percentage also. Yeah, and even my no they are doing each other, but doing the races of playing at the end.
Alexis, second place today. GC 603 behind at the moment. Today was a tough trial day. I know you've got a tough trial tomorrow, but you've got to have a really good feeling of what's going to go on tomorrow based on today's racing, right? You guys were alone for a long time.
Yeah, the second half we were definitely kind of rattling for those climbs, but the first half was crazy, very dynamic, and that was actually kind of that was a challenge. Like just fighting the single track and then like all the stuff that goes on with that.
Did you expect stage 1 to be this tough? I mean, the fact that said everything starts on Wednesday, but today was just on, wasn't it?
It was a mean stage. It just kind of kept pushing, It was hard. Yeah, I think I wasn't expecting it to be as steep as it was, but we did good. I think we managed it well.
Vero, we looked at the profile, and again, when you look at a profile to what it's like in reality, very, very different. Today it's proper, absolutely expensive.
Yeah, it was really proper, because the last 15 kilometers were just me. Kind of properly kind of about going steep up and steep down on a trail. But that's the best we can ever get about, so yeah, we're here for that, I guess.
Let's talk quickly about early on, because early on when you leave in that UCL women's group, everyone is lying to the start. You've got to be so careful, especially with today when you have that initial first climb. If you weren't in that group going over the top of that into the flips, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, but everything came together after the climb. I thought after the time we might be a smaller group, but because the wind was turning to jumping, everybody wanted to work on the platform and we finished there, everybody just came back. Which makes it quite difficult with the trail, because you really have to keep position properly and yeah, this is one of the big aspects we need to it. That's next thing is interesting, but it's also complete. I think the women's group this year was possibly strong with international riders,
It is Alexis Lenny coming out there that you didn't see on the TV, perhaps you guys have a good Thursday, level, anything we need to know about?
My arm is quite sore, but I'm sure I'm a tiny Namibian bulldog. Nothing can be done.
She's just got back up. We didn't lose any time.
Well, congratulations today. See you again tomorrow. Well done.
Thank you.
Pierre lost Alexis Scala, yeah. Pierre had a little bit of a fall in that Toyota tough section. Those sort of things, you sometimes forget about it because you just get up and carry on racing. But quickly, because we've just seen Rosamund Goen and Janina both come through and I'm very excited about that. What a great ride did you see?
Absolutely, I am super proud of that. Maybe the time gap looks strange for people at home, but believe me, they are riding for every second and enjoying it is the most important part. If you feel me, it's fun.
Let's hear it right now.
We saw yesterday that you guys were conservative. That was the game plan going into the time trial. Today you guys showed lots of dominance. You showed your character. You showed what you came from. There's going to be lots of confidence going into tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. And we just got to see her. And yeah, I don't know. We also enjoyed so much the third now. Everything else amazing. And now this race, so cool.
Tougher than you thought it would be today. We were speaking to both of the first and second women's teams on GC. They both said super tough today. They didn't think looking at the profile that it would be this tough.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think after 2 hours we have to test. So we need to put some air inside and the most that are the concept. The other ones are faces from themselves. Also happy for them.
You need it tomorrow. We go into the time trial. We know you time trial a little bit today as well. So now you've got some sort of idea what's happening. Are you looking forward to the stage tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. We tried some time trials last week, so hopefully the partner will take off.
Any changes to the bike setup for tomorrow going into the time trial? Different frame? different gear set? What's your thought process?
No, and also a bigger team.
Good luck. We'll see you then.
Oh, the energy, the excitement of the youngsters, fantastic to see. Right, now, time to catch up with and rewind to the days that has been in the elite race as they charged away from the start here. Quite ridiculous how fast they leave the start shoot nowadays. 20 years ago they just ambled off and settled down, had a chat, a cup of tea and then began racing. Early problems though for Marco Hubert and Tristan Miltier. Hubert had the issues, their second team really good, and the Lewis person was there to help them. One of the honeycomb vet team, the Masters team, also issues with them, and the men starting between the elite men and the women back up and racing in that early morning light, and then fast and furious rush to set does bring early risk in this light with that dust. But people get down there safe enough, and they got to the bottom of the hill, settled down. But it was frantic and furious early on in the men's race. Everyone hammering along as best they could as the Butra kept there. Chased all they could to get back. This is how frantic it is. Speeding time as the Zoom and Madness as they dive in, grab the bottles and head up. No one wants to get left behind here. You do want to get your nutrition and your bottles tucked in them and then get back onto the line as fast as you possibly could. This is the Masters category, and we'll see a little fall here. The riders hitting those dried out rough and hard rush. And get on the wrong side of it, you can slip out very, very comfortably. On the Rhino climb, the big King of the Mountains climb, Gail Degger speeding strong and straight down to Dorset. Nino Churcher reacting to his suffering, as was Vessel's worker. Matt Beers in the group there, but Keegan Svensson was taking a few shots a little bit further back. Over the top, Nino Schurter into that wind. Look at the wind pumping like mad at the top there. But Schurter showing he's up for it, he's got the legs. Colombo was there in the mix, as were the yellow jerseys. They were having a fine day. Luca Brino and Simone Avondetto defending that yellow jersey. They only had 20 seconds in hand, but they were up for it. At this stage, though, Keegan Svensson and Matt Beers started to suffer, losing ground. They were chasing for all they were, trying to catch up, but it wasn't to be, because up front, well, Egger and Baum still in there, but only just here. Tristan Miltier was in here, no sign though, because Marco Hubert was having a torrid day. Risk here, turning and then hitting the ditch, and down goes Simone Avondetto. Well, as our man on the mic there, Stefan Sam said, in Africa, you know there's always going to be a ditch off the border like that, and Simone Avondetto now does know. Down the Lombard Terror, the Toyota truck, and he goes to lead them down, and the greatest of all time, Nino Schurter. Colombo, Brino, Avondetto, all on his wheel. But this man's riding like a 13-year-old and just loving it in the A. Champion of the high order. He's the king of the whip in the races, that's for sure. No one else does it better during a race. Then the yellow jerseys came to the fore and said, we are going to make you work for a stage with it. Colombo trying to wind up the tempo here. Behind him, Avondetto, Luca Brino, and look further back there, Gail Egger trying to suffer Lucas Farm, and talked about crap earlier on the stage, and now started to come back and hurt it, because up front, the elastic had been snapped. And Scott Tran, MTB, and William Victoria were away. Behind them, the 11-side feature combination of Europe Beast were trying to try and get back there. But Schurter and Colombo working over the Italian stairs. Yeah, Avondetto, they noticed that Luca Brino was under a bit of pressure and starting to suffer. So they decided to make him suffer more. They went up his last few kickers towards the finish at Mirador. And it was Brino and Avondetto hanging for their words, but it was no good, because up front it was a win for Scotland MTB, Nino Schurter and Filippo Colombo. The clock was ticking, they needed just more than 20 seconds. They got it by 11 seconds. They wanted to say by 31 seconds to take the overall win, or the overall lead by 11 seconds. a fighting gutsy ride from a very speed company to take the third step on the podium and keep themselves very much in the picture on the general classification. The 2022 winners are anything but a just bullshit. Kick to the mountain. The pair from Scott Brand NTP, they pick up that little playlist to celebrate today's achievement. Well done to Dino Schurter and Filippo Colombo putting an exhibition of the highest quality of racing here against the cross-country specialists like that. Luca Brino, Simon Alberto, and the marathon men are very much in the frame. Yellow again for Dino Schurter and his partner Filippo Colombo. It's not done yet. You keep an eye on this pair. It is going to be fantastic racing. Time trial to come. They've got the 11-second lead. The big guns, those with the big engines, they're going to be relishing that time trial. So to our Aramex New Star women's category, and they set off today with the team in the lead by just 3 seconds. That's all it was that we had a lunch Sophia Gomez VFI combination had. Well, the pitfalls of riding the farmland, the wire in the drivetrain for the 40 the honeycomb pair, the African leaders jerseys, the alcohol and Hayley Tree. They got back in contact again, but there were plenty of incidents and accidents today. Sophia Gomez and VFI lost on African big show with the rule between the pair of the specialized team. Always keeping an eye early on Jesse and Tamara Shepherd were a team to look for an opportunity. Well, this might have been it because Sophia Gomez VFI went down there, Monica Calder on the long side of the track up 50. Gomez VFI and very soon up to the leaders. But also in there, Infinity Church with Vera Rossa and Alexis Garner. All trouble for the African leaders. The black war, rear flat, but they were back up and racing ever the races and challenges. Beautiful single track as we followed some of the men's teams got involved in the race. That didn't prevent after the second water point an attack by Sophia Gomez VFI and Annika Langfall, and away they went in the time-honored fashion in the Toyota Specialized team. They applied the pressure on every tough incline. The tougher the route, the harder they went. They opened that gap, and it increased 1 to 2 to 3 minutes as they took the Queen of the Mountains at the summit. An extra little bit of pocket money for the Toyota Specialized team. The views of Table Mountain, well, they were forgotten soon because a puncture for Annika Langfall can't be efficiently repaired. Efficiency is the key for this team today. They did everything according to plan. And the second team on the road at that stage were Vera Rossa and Alexis Garner. They faced all they were worth. But they were losing time all the way through these beautiful trails. The World Summer Munster up on the slopes of the Tigerbird Hills. In for the victory was Annika Langfall, who has 32 stage victories to her name in the Absa Epic, and she was gunning for another. But Vera Rossa and Alexis Garner were doing all they could because they knew behind them the youngsters, the Bus Megamode team, were not going to leave anything out there. They kind of put themselves in a position to pass. Take second place, although third place would be ultimately their goal today. Garner and Rossa, well, a seasoned this team together. This pair riding together for the first time. They won the prologue and they look as though they are seasoned campaigners as a combination. And Annika Langfall and Sophia Gomez VFI had a lead now over 5-6 seconds, 6 minutes as they closed in on the finish at Cannondale. Also, a last few little testing times they had to deal with. This was perhaps the toughest of them all. And this, it was all about hard climbing and grinding up through these rough and loose gradients, the likes of which we have become accustomed to the African. They know this is the toughest of the African, the mountain bike stage races, and they're putting themselves in great condition to deal with it. Then the reward is a trail like this, absolutely beautiful. Up the cement road they went, no problem at all. Sophia Gomez VFI and Annika Langfall as they closed in on the finish in the UCI Arabic women's race, and they knew they had the race in their hands as they crossed that bridge and surged towards the finish line. Another efficient and brilliant ride by Toyota's best rider. Langfall is back to get ahead of Sophia Gomez. Second place for Vera Lossa and her partner Alexa Scarlett, and a delightful finish for two young debutants in the Absa category. Rosa Patel and Elisa was the top megaphone and find themselves on the podium. The stage one result is the men's race. Dino Schurter and Filippo Colombo never liked this channel, particularly Schurter. He might be heading towards this Saturday, but at 3 hours 51 and 3, they have got all the endurance you like and the competitive spirit to run deep to those things. They win by 31 seconds for Driver and Benedetto and Balmadega on the podium on Thursday, step to put themselves very much in the frame on the overall. All right, Steve John and Rapidsider, Gorgoni and the Italian, they're all over the top six here. We'll have to see them there. The ball still. This is the GC looking to stage number 2, the time class. It is Rider and Benedetto, 11 seconds behind Schurter and Colombo. Look at Matteo Gega, 3 minutes and 14. You see him emboldened and confident after the day by Rapidsider and Steve trapped together a day before the race. There they are. Just fourth podium in the fourth place. Conrad Kutzman, the former partner of Rapidsider, he's in the mix there. Marty there, you're a really tough day today, but he and Tristan Routier will be in the South African jerseys yesterday because Bessel Wood had an even worse day as he and Mark Princeton of the Nikon 226s lost the time in the South African jersey. Annika Langfall and Sophia Gomez Viafan a 5 minutes and 42 second lead over Vera Lossa and Alexa Scarlett, the efficient Infinity SCV Strand. Rosa van Doorn and Janina Wurst in third place. They'll head into only their third day in Absa Cape. They've been riding with a lead, a small lead over the Cannondale ISB Sport. The experienced Monica Calderon, the stage winner here before, and Tessa Portacas, the Dutch rider. Bianca Horn, Haley Creed. They have a hold on the South African women's leaders jerseys, and that fight is going to be intense. So those teams very close together. If you look from third all the way down to sixth, a real battle going on for the podium places there. That's how it looks. Annika Langfall and Sophia Gomez Viafan at 6:58 lead. Rosa van Doorn and Jena de Vos. And there's the fight coming from behind from both Cannondale ISB Sport and Titan Racing SE Honeycomb. It is 2 days down in the Absa Cape Epic. The prologue is done and the big marathon stage done. And it is Haley Queen and Bianca Hall, Titan Racing SE Honeycomb. We have a hold on the South African jerseys. Let's hear for them after stage 1.
Just over 50, under 15 minutes behind first place, but a good day for you. It was a hell of a stage.
Yeah, no, our game plan was to keep it smooth and controlled, and we did anything but that. The first 10 Ks, Haley got massive wire wrapped around her wheels, so that took a while to pull it out. But luckily she stopped in time, didn't rip off the derailleur. And then we chased all the way back, caught on the back, and then as we caught back, the one buff chick crashed. I crashed on top of her. So then we had to chase back again, and then got a puncture. And then we were beginners in the tech zone. Oh my gosh. But then, I'm stoked how we rode. We then caught back on. We worked really well together, which was cool.
Haley, I still see smiles on you too. I mean, today was brutal. I've seen some of the top teams come in and they're hammered, and you guys look like you pretty stoked and happy about that.
I'm pretty tired. Those last 5 honks, I think, were the longest 5 honks of the whole race, but it was quite cool because we were far back and we just kept chasing back, and literally caught riders one by one. And it had a bit of swapping positions, but it was a really cool race.
Let's talk a bit about the start. We saw all the UCI elite women going off the start line, a big bunch, everyone vying for the front. it's difficult to keep your wits about you because you know what's coming. You know you've got to be at the front when you get over that first big hill.
Yeah, I think it was stage one. No one necessarily knows their positions yet, so everyone's fighting for positions, which makes it really tough.
I'm not used to that, like pushing, shoving, swearing. I was like, chill guys, we can all go over the bridge one by one.
Let's talk quickly going into tomorrow. Obviously, a little bit of an individual time trial today. Any changes to the bikes, bike setup, cranks? What's happening? You got something secret? Any bush mechanics? Any African style, farmer style mechanics for you, Yankee?
Yeah, no, we're going full time trial tomorrow. So like aero bars, 40 chain ring. No, keeping it simple.
See you on the start line tomorrow. Well done.
Really having fun together, two riders who riding together for the first time. In fact, they only stitched together a couple of weeks before the event when Danielle Detroit decided she wasn't going to be able to race with Bianca Hall. So Hayley Preen put her hand up, and I think they make a good combination, a very strong combination. They'll always fight and have some good fun on the bike. Talking about fights, sounded like quite a fierce little battle in that women's race early on. So we're getting to the end of our broadcast on stage one. Yeah, Hans Becking, thanks very much for joining us. Thoughts on the time trial, final thought on what might happen tomorrow. Who might win it tomorrow?
I think Matthew Beard is going to smash it.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Beers and Stenson hanging on.
Exactly. And the woman will be the same as today.
Okay. Anna Cannondale and Sophia Gomez via Van Benno. I mean, if this is, as I said, if this is day one, hang on, it's going to be some week.
This is going to be a very interesting week, but they show great form, very strong at the front. They're most likely going to back it up tomorrow again in the time trial. But Quebec, with the mechanicals we saw today, early on in the stage, where you do not expect any mechanicals. It was actually weird to see that there were so many that early on. There wasn't anything, but one of those wires, anything can happen. So 5 minutes can be gone easily with any mechanical. So the race is still wide open, 6 more stages, time trial coming up tomorrow, so we're not just done yet, so much more to come.
Absolutely, it has been a phenomenal day of racing here as Cannondale delivering its first marathon stage race here. A stage at least of the Absa Cape Epic. We've had prologues and we've had grand finales into this beautiful estate, but never before have we hosted a full marathon stage. And the Tygerberg Mountain Bike Trails, congratulations to the Tygerberg Mountain Bike Club. You guys rock, really fantastic trails here. Hans Becking is coming back every year just to ride the Wormslug Trail.
It's sad to leave, it's an amazing place.
Yeah, lovely, lovely stuff. So well done to all the landowners and the trail builders and maintenance done at serving the Absa Cape Epic well. And remember, there are thousands still out there, and they will still be coming in 3 or 4 hours' time. Spare a thought for them as you go about your day. They started out early this morning, and they put in the work, and they'll be rewarded with a finish here today. But that is just one small step towards the big grand finale, which is over those mountains, under those clouds on the far side there in 7 days' time. So we're going to take you on that journey. Tomorrow, we'll take you to Fairview and Spice Route on that time trial, 66 kilometers, just under 1,000 meters of climbing. It's going to be red hot racing. You know where to find us. Cheers until then.